Alright, so in this problem, I have 8 to the power of x plus 9 is equal to 9 to the power of x plus 8. So I'm going to first rewrite 8 as 2 to the power of 3. So now I have 2 to the power of 3 to the power of x plus 9 is equal to 9 I'm going to rewrite as 3 to the power of 2. So 3 to the power of 2 to the power of x plus 8. Now, this is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3x plus 27. I simply multiplied 3 with x plus 9 is equal, I'm going to do the same thing with 2 and x plus 8, so 2x plus 16. Now, if I take the log on both sides, I have log 2 to the power of 3x plus 27 is equal to log 3 to the power of 2x plus 16. Now, I can go ahead and move this to the front, same with this one, so I get 3x plus 27 times log 2 is equal to 2x plus 16 times log 3. So now if I distribute, I get 3x times log 2 plus 27 times log 2 is equal to 2x times log 3 plus 16 times log 3. Now I'm going to move this over here and this over here. So now I have 3x times log 2 minus 2x times log 3 is equal to 16 log 3 minus 27 log 2. Now if I factor out x from here, I get x times 3 log 2 minus 2 log 3 is equal to 16 times log 3 minus 27 log 2. Now all I have to do is divide this on both sides. These two cancel out, and I have x is equal to 16 log 3 minus 27 log 2 all over 3 log 2 minus 2 log 3. So now this simplifies to x is equal to 16 times 0.4771 minus 27 times 0.301 over 3 times 0.301 minus 2 times 0.4771. And I'm not going to waste your time simplifying this, but the answer for x ends up being 9.6367. So this is my answer. Alright, so in this problem, I have 3 to the power of x is equal to 30. So to solve this problem, I'm going to first start by dividing both sides by 3. So now I have 3 to the power of x over 3 is equal to 30 divided by 3. So this simplifies to 3 to the power of x over 3 is equal to 30 divided by 3, that's equal to 10. Now, if you guys already didn't know, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So 3 to the power of x over 3, well, 3 is the same thing as 3 to the power of 1. So I have 3 to the power of x over 3 to the power of 1 is equal to 10, and this simplifies to 3 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to 10. So now to solve this, I'm going to take the log on both sides. So now I have log 3 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to log 10. Now an important property of logarithms is that if I have something in the form log a to the power of b, I can actually move this exponent b to the front of the logarithm. So this is going to equal b times log a. So in this case, I have log 3 to the power of x minus 1, and we can think of 3 here as a and x minus 1 as b. So if I can move b to the front here, then so can I over here. So now I'm going to have x minus 1 times log 3 is equal to log 10. So now to continue solving this, log 10, that's the same thing as 1. So now I have x minus 1 times log 3 is equal to 1. Now, if I divide both sides by log 3, I get x minus 1 is equal to 1 over log 3. So now, if I add 1 on both sides, these two cancel out, and I'll be left with x is equal to 1 over log 3 plus 1. So now, to find the exact value, log 3, I can plug this into a calculator. Log 3, that's equal to 0.4771. So I have 1 over 0.4771 plus 1. So now 1 over log 3, or 1 over 0.4771, that's going to be 2.0959. So I have this plus 1, so my final answer is 3.0959. So this is my answer. Alright, so in this problem, I have 3 to the power of x plus 1 is equal to 12. So, let me write this down. 3 to the power of x plus 1 is equal to 12. So to solve this problem, I'm going to first start by taking the log on both sides. So now I have log 3 to the power of x plus 1 is equal to log 12. Now, I'm going to move this x plus 1 to the front, because if I have something in the form log a to the power of b, I can go ahead and move b to the front, so this would equal b times log a. So now I'm going to have x plus 1 times log 3 is equal to log 12. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and distribute the log 3. So now I have x times log 3 plus log 3 is equal to, sorry. I'm actually going to divide by log 3 on both sides. So then these two cancel out, and I'll be left with x plus 1 is equal to log 12 over log 3. So now I'm going to go ahead and find the value of log 12 over log 3. So log 12, you could just simply plug this into a calculator. The value of log 12, that's equal to approximately 1.079. And log 3, you could also put that into a calculator, that's going to be 0.477. So I have 1.079 over 0.477, and if I divide those two, I get 1.771. Now I have x plus 1 equals 1.771, so all I have to do is simply subtract 1 on both sides, and I get x is equal to 0.771. So this is my answer.
Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have m to the power of 4 equals 4. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. So now we have m to the power of 4 minus 4 equals 0. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change m to the power of 4 to m squared to the power of 2. Because remember, if we have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So what I did was I changed m to the power of 4 into the form a to the power of m to the power of n. And we're going to subtract this with, I'm going to change 4 to 2 squared. And this is equal to 0. Now, if we have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is actually equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, a squared, well, a would be m squared, and b, this would be 2. So if we plug these into this form, we would get m squared plus 2 times m squared minus 2. And this is equal to 0. And now we have two equations. We have m squared minus 2 equals 0. And we have m squared plus 2 equals 0. So let's first start with m squared minus 2 equals 0. So I'm going to write that right here. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to add 2 on both sides. So we get m squared is equal to 2. So now if I take the square root on both sides, I get m is equal to positive or negative 2. So these are two solutions. Now let's go ahead and do m squared plus 2. So if I subtract by 2 on both sides, I get m squared equals negative 2. Now if I take the square root on both sides, I get m is equal to the square root of negative 2. Well, the square root of negative 2, this is the same thing as the square root of 2 times the square root of negative 1. And the square root of negative 1, this is equal to I. So this would be positive or negative square root of 2 I. So m is also equal to this. So these are the 4 solutions to this equation.